Welcome back to the Boredom Cure, a place where we explore alternate timelines, forgotten histories, and the stories that might have been. Tonight, we return to the wizarding world, a world where Albus Dumbledore survived, a world where Voldemort was defeated, and a world where peace endured for decades. But even the brightest ages cast long shadows. 20 years after Voldemort's fall, the wizarding world entered its greatest age of peace. Dumbledore survived the Astronomy Tower and eventually became Minister for Magic. Under his leadership, old divisions faded. The ministry was reformed, education improved, and for the first time in generations, children grew up without fear of the Dark Lord. Harry Potter became one of the most influential figures in magical society. Hermione Granger transformed magical education. Ron Weasley rose to lead the Auras. Even Draco Malfoy found redemption, helping bridge the divide between old pureblood families and the new generation. For 2 decades, peace endured, but peace often hides dangers that war cannot. At Hogwarts, one professor had become especially beloved, Professor Isis Vale. Young, brilliant, and endlessly curious, she taught ancient magic and magical history. Unlike most witches and wizards at Hogwarts, Isis came from a lineage that traced its roots far beyond Britain. Her ancestors belonged to an ancient Mesopotamian magical order that existed long before Hogwarts was founded. Stories of forgotten spells, lost civilizations, and secrets buried beneath the sands of time. Students from every house competed for seats in her classes. She challenged accepted ideas and encouraged her students to question history rather than blindly accept it. Dumbledore admired her intelligence. Hermione respected her scholarship. Harry trusted her completely. But Isis carried a secret. For years, she had searched for evidence that the earliest magical civilizations possessed knowledge the modern wizarding world had forgotten. Every night, long after Hogwarts had fallen silent, she descended beneath the castle, past forgotten corridors, past abandoned chambers, past foundations older than Hogwarts itself, searching for a place mentioned only in fragments of ancient texts, the Hall of Echoes. Most historians believed it was a myth. One evening, she found it. Hidden behind ancient stone stood a vast circular chamber illuminated by silver light. Ancient runes covered the walls. To most historians, they would have appeared meaningless, but Isis recognized them immediately. Mesopotamian symbols, thousands of years old. In that moment, she realized the chamber was older than Hogwarts itself. Floating within the darkness were enormous mirrors, dozens of them, each one different, each one alive. As Isis approached, the mirrors began to shimmer, and within their glass, impossible visions appeared. Different realities, different timelines, different worlds. In one mirror, Harry Potter wore Slytherin robes. In another, Voldemort ruled from the Ministry of Magic. In another, Hogwarts lay in ruins. In another, Dumbledore died atop the Astronomy Tower and darkness consumed Britain. Night after night, Isis returned. She watched, she studied, she learned. At first, her fascination was purely academic, but over time, fascination became obsession, because every reality revealed the same truth. Every world suffered. Every timeline contained tragedy. Every reality carried loss. The perfect world did not exist. And slowly, a dangerous idea began taking shape inside her mind. If these worlds could be observed, could they also be changed? One evening, as she stood among the mirrors, something unexpected happened. A mirror at the far end of the chamber flickered violently. The image within shifted, then vanished. For the first time, the reflection was gone, and something else stood in its place. A figure, watching her, waiting. The figure stepped forward from the darkness beyond the glass and smiled. Far away in the ministry, Albus Dumbledore suddenly stopped writing. A cold feeling passed through him, a feeling he had not experienced since the days of you-know-who.